Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be sharing with you how you can do the baby glitch at two separate locations. Now, these two houses that you see at the front here, these are the houses that I'll be doing the baby glitch. So I will be having 20 sims at both locations. I would go for more sims, but that would take a lot of time. I'm just going to go ahead and show you how you can have more than 10 sims at two separate locations. First thing that you'll need is a female adult at the house. If there is not a female adult at the house, then the glitch will not work. You can also add as many babies that you like at your locations, but for this tutorial, I'll only be adding 19 babies, so I'll have a total of 20 sims at each location. Always take note of your town's sim count. If your town's sim count is the same as the limit, the baby glitch will not work. Please ensure that your sim count is one number or two number less than the actual sim count in order for the glitch to work. The cost to add a baby is 50,000 simoleons, and the cost to stork and route is 23 life points. So depending on how many babies you would like to have in your town, you will need a lot of simoleons and a lot of life points. You do not necessarily have to use life points. The life points is only to speed up the process of the cribs, and there will be a link in my description box below as to how you can do the baby glitch without using life points. As for the simoleons, you definitely need those in order to add the babies. Last but not least, I was notified by a viewer that deleting the female sim from the town, then start adding the babies will make them not related. So that will allow the sims to have other relationships and be romantic with each other. After completing the baby glitch, if you'd like to relocate your sims to a different location or a different house, it is actually possible to do so. I hope you guys took note of all the things that you need to know in order to do the baby glitch. I will now go ahead and get right into the video. If you'd like to watch the original clip of the baby glitch, that link will be in my description box below. Okay, so this is where I'll be starting the baby glitch. The crib at the front will be my main crib, and then I'll go ahead and add a baby, and that's 50,000 simoleons. It takes a day, but you can use 23 life points to speed up the process. When you are through, you'll see that it will bring you to another screen where you can customize your sim. What you're going to do is to abandon the sim, and it will bring you back to the room where you'll see all the other cribs highlighted as blue. What you're going to do next, you're going to select on one of the cribs that are highlighted blue, and you're going to add another baby. When you add another baby, you're going to click on the main crib again, and you're going to abandon the sim. It will bring you back to the screen where you'll see the cribs highlighted blue once again, and you're just basically going to do the same thing. You're going to add another baby, and after you add the baby, you'll see that the rest of the cribs are grayed out. That simply means that you have passed your sim town count and will not be able to add any more babies to your town. So in order to prevent that, you have to click on the main crib again, wait for it to load, then you're going to abandon the baby. It will bring you back to the room where the cribs are highlighted blue, and that is how you'll be able to purchase another baby. So once as you purchase another baby, the rest of the cribs will be grayed out again. And all you have to do is to simply click on the main crib again. You're always going to go back to the main crib and abandon the baby. And when it brings you back to the room, you'll see that all the cribs will be highlighted blue. As simple as that. Okay, so I am now on my last crib in the corner there to add a baby. You can already see that it's highlighted blue, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add the baby. Now, what's gonna happen next is that I have to go to the other location where I want to add the 19 babies. So I have to go to my sim tracker and click on the sim that is at that location. Now, you can see that the cribs here are grayed out. That is because I have passed my sim count. So what I have to do is to go back to the previous house that I was at before, and I am going to click on the main crib. I'm going to abandon the baby. Once I abandon the baby, I will go back to the locations where the other empty cribs are and do the same thing. Now you'll see the cribs are highlighted blue. I'm just going to add a baby to the main crib at this location. Next, I'm going to go back to the previous location, click on the main crib, abandon the baby, and go back to the location where the other empty cribs are. And that is how you can basically have over 10 sims at different locations. I'm not sure about anyone else, but this is how I do the baby glitch when I want to have more than 10 sims at different locations. But I also have another way in which you can go about doing so. So what I'm going to do is to go back to the previous location and add a baby, because I have 41 sims in my town and I only need 2 more sims to reach my town count. So I'm going to go back to Lindy's house and I'm going to add the baby to the main crib. I added the baby to the main crib, so now I have 42 sims in my town, but I am still below the sim town count to do the baby glitch. I hope you understand that. Even though I've added a baby to the main crib, I am still below the sim town count. So I'm going to go to Christine's house where I want the rest of the babies to deliver, and what I'm going to do is to end stork route on the main crib at this location, so that it will be easier for me to add the rest of the babies to the remaining cribs here instead of going back and forth. So this is just another way, easier way, in order to add the babies to another location if you do not want to go back and forth with locations. But it also depends on the amount of sims that you have in your town. If you have one number less than the sim count, then you will not be able to do this. If you have one number less than the sim count, you have to go back and forth from house to house in order to end stork route at another location. So wherever your main crib is, you'd have to go back there, abandon the baby, and go back to the house that you want to add another baby. When you are through with adding the babies, your cribs should look like so at both locations. Going back to where I mentioned before that in order for your sims to not be related, you would have to remove the female adult sim from the town. And after you remove the adult sim is when you will start adding the babies. So you'd have to add the babies to the cribs first, and after you add the babies, you remove the female adult sim, then you can start and route and customize your baby sim. So now I'm adding the first baby to the first crib. You click on add sim, it will go back to the room, and then you just click on the crib next to the one that you've just added the baby to. Always remember that you have to add the babies to the cribs one at a time. Do not, and I repeat, do not stork and route for all the cribs at once. You should add the babies one at a time. If you stork and route for all of the cribs, the glitch will not work. So now I am finished adding the babies to the first location, and I will now go to the next location to add the other babies. As you guys should already know, you click on the first crib, stork and route, you added the baby, and you go on to the next crib. Please be reminded that the original baby glitch will be listed in my description box below, and for those who would like to do the baby glitch without the use of life points, there there will be a link in the description box below as well. As you can see, I am now through with adding the babies to the cribs for both locations, and you can also see that from the town map. I have 20 Sims at Linda's house and 20 Sims at Christine's house. Thank you guys once again for tuning into my channel. I really hope that this was helpful for you. If it was, you can go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you and take care. Bye.